welcome back to Glam Finds, and today I'm here with a list of 10 cheapies that you need. Now, these aren't going to be all seasonally appropriate. I'm already kind of looking at spring and summer fragrances right now, so there's not going to be any order, except I will save the best for last, the one that I don't think gets enough talk, and if I'm doing an underrated list, it's going to end up on it. I don't care how many lists this one's up on, it needs to be known. Let's do this. So I think a lot of you already know about this. I'm not going to go into detail on any of these because I think I've done videos on all of them, and if I haven't, I will. So the first one I'm going to talk about is John Varvatos Vintage. This is a gorgeous tobacco fragrance. It's got so much freshness in it. It's got so much class to it. It's got everything that you could probably need in a fragrance. If you haven't smelled this one, you should. Sometimes Varvatos fragrances are harder to find. Sometimes they're really easy and super cheap to pick up. I'm gonna link it where it's the cheapest. I didn't mention this before, but all of these fragrances are $35 and less. I'm gonna link them where I can find them for $35 or less. And I will probably try to give more than one site on a couple of them, because I know not everyone buys from fragrancebuy.ca, so I'll try to do maybe that, and if I can find it cheap on another site, I'll add it there too. Next. Now, I think most of you have this. It is one of the freshest fragrances in town, but it's got vanilla in it, and you guys already know it's Versace Pour Homme. It's really good. It just works. It's fresh, it's got some sweetness to it, and honestly, it's a Swiss Army knife. You can wear it anywhere, and nobody's gonna dislike this fragrance. It's a compliment monster. If you needed one fragrance for everything, this would be it. And if you buy a tester of this, it's super inexpensive. Obviously, this is a tester. Super duper inexpensive. I think it's like around the $30 mark. I know I got this for $30. I mean, full bottle of this for $30, I should say, because obviously it's about half full right now. But it's a good fragrance, and everyone seems to love it. Next. So this one isn't my cup of tea, but I think 99% of you guys are going to like this, and it's going to be Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud, the gold bottle. And the reason it's not my cup of tea is because it is a gourmand fragrance. It's a dupe of Lancôme Oud Bouquet, and it smells really good, but I have to be in a specific mood to wear it because I'm not a huge gourmand lover, but that smells really good. And to me, out of all the Swiss Arabians I've tried, it's the smoothest. I will say other ones have grown on me, and I'll talk about that in another video, but it is really good, and it's a beast. And for like the $32 you can get this for, it performs like a monster. Everyone's going to love this one. Again, another compliment monster. Really good for cold weather, and just really good in general. It's a really nice date night fragrance, and again, you're gonna get compliments with this one. Next. I haven't talked about this one recently, but it is a good one. I don't love the bottle, but it's a nice kind of sweet tobacco fragrance, and it's going to be Rayanne's Insurrection 2 Wild. It's a good fragrance, and this one garnered me like a really good compliment. Someone stopped the conversation and said, "You smell so good." Literally mid-conversation, I was just walking by and she had to stop it, which I get. This is really good. And this is like under $20, by the way. So I think they say it smells like, not like, it's in the vein of Pure Havane. But obviously, guys, when I say something is in the vein of something, it's not gonna smell exactly the same. And sometimes there is gonna be a difference in quality, but for $20, this is pretty unbeatable. And the general public is gonna think you smell really good. And I get it. Next. So I've talked about this one a million times, and I thought about potentially showing you something else from this house, which is gonna be this one right here. But this is gonna be the one I go for. The one that almost came in this spot was Versace's Rakuten, beck, which is new to my collection. It smells really, really good, but I want to do the video on it before I add it to any lists because you guys have no information from me on it right now. So what I'm going to say is Versace de Riche. Here is my empty bottle. I have another bottle though, I'm not crazy. I always have at least one backup bottle of this. I over decanted it, so I went ahead and decanted the rest of the bottle and bought a new one the minute I got like more than a quarter through. It was from a giveaway video, but you guys know that this is like a spicy vanilla bomb, and it's, well, it's the bomb. Every time I smell this, I want to wear it because it's so good. If you don't have this, you should get this. Next. Haven't talked about this in a while because it's been cold, but it is a really good fragrance, and I wore it the other day and I was like, man, I gotta add this, and it's gonna be Jimmy Choo Man Ice. If you guys have tried Dior Homme cologne, this to me smells almost identical. I know when I sprayed the other one, I couldn't really tell the difference, so I was like, if I'm gonna buy one of them, it's gonna be the cheaper one because people complain about the performance of that and this is way cheaper. 30 bucks, full presentation, that's how much I got it for. Whatever the cheapest price is now, I'll add it, but it's a good fragrance and it's perfect for summer. It smells like an iced lemonade. And it turns out people really like iced lemonade. Compliment Monster. Next. This one is a club banger and it's really cheap and it smells really good. And to me, this is why I do not own Ultramall, because the new one is honestly pretty weak, or at least it was on my skin, and it's gonna be Afnan 9 p.m. It's a really good fragrance. It's really sweet. I would say 2 sprays of this is more than enough, or at least that's been my experience. When I originally got it, I was like, oh, it's sweet, but it performs, but it's not the best. But then I realized when someone else sprayed 2 sprays on them, I was like, that is obnoxious, that is so aggressive. Please go outside. So yeah, it's pretty strong. If you don't have it, get it. Next. This is another Swiss Army knife fragrance, guys, and I imagine most of you already have it, but it's amazing and you should have it. It would be crazy for you not to have it. It's Coach for Men EDT. I've already smelled Coach Blue, or I don't know, I think it's called, yeah, Coach Blue, whatever it's called, and I liked it. I liked it okay. It seems versatile. I don't like it as much as this one. Will I eventually pick it up? It's possible, but it wasn't something that I felt like I needed. So if I pick it up, I'm picking it up for the same $30 I picked this up for. This is worth more than $30 for sure. Everybody likes this one, and if I'm doing something outside, this is oftentimes what I grab for. If you don't have it, this is another cheapie that you need. Again, cheapie is $35 and under for this list. I don't actually know if I mentioned that before. But yeah, that's where we're looking right now. So we got 2 more fragrances. Let's do it. All right, this one, if you can get a tester of this, you need to have this. This is an amazing fragrance. I don't care who you are. It's just so good, and it's going to be Guerlain Homme EDP. The older bottles look different. I have this bottle and I get great performance off of it. I'd never tried the old bottle. It is mojito in a bottle. And it's so good. The mint here is really good. If you like mint, I like mint. I like mint a lot. Like, I'm going to eventually do a mint video because I love that note, but I just need to pick up a couple more fragrances because I want it to be a really good video because, again, I really love the note of mint. It's perfect in the summer, but I also like wearing it in the winter, to be completely honest with you. This floors me every time I wear it. I don't think it should be $35 for a 100 ml tester. I think that's ridiculous. But I think you need to get it because this is so good, especially if you like mint. If you like mojitos, come on. They have a mojito accord in this. It's so good. It's so good. Next. Okay, I did a video on this recently, and I'm telling you, anytime I wear this, I get an insane amount of compliments, and it's not talked about enough, and it's gonna be on another list. And I wanted to make sure I only brought up 1 fragrance from each house, and if you guys haven't noticed, there's been no Armafs on this list, so Armaf Legacy Pour Homme is the one I chose. And I hate the bottle, I think it's garbage, but the fragrance inside is so fresh and clean and complimentary. It's a good fragrance. People like this a lot. You will get a ton of compliments. You can dress this up, but you can also dress this down. I love it with a white t-shirt, and I love the amount of compliments that I get with it, and I think they're well deserved. Now, that one I think is severely underrated. I think if you haven't smelled it, you need to. It's supposed to be a dupe of Chanel Platinum Egoiste. A lot of people say it performs better. I don't have the other one. I'm not gonna get the other one because if I have this and people are saying it's the same, I think it's very, very silly. But it's a good fragrance and I think you need it. I don't always use the word need, but I do think you need this fragrance in your collection. So you should get it. This fragrance is only $20. It's so cheap. They're honestly getting robbed at that rate. Out of all of them, I feel like that is the one you need to try. It obviously leans masculine, but I wear it because I feel like a real boss when I put that one on. And if you don't have it, I don't care who you are, you should get it. Or get it for someone who you just want to smell really good, because they will. 20 bucks, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop new videos, obviously. Comment down below if you've tried any of these and tell us your experience, because everyone's got different skin and we want to hear from you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!